Hey guys, Matt Bishop here. We are backstage at World Cafe Live here in Wilmington, Delaware. I'm here with the one and only Art Alexakis of Everclear. What's going on, man?
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm feeling pretty good. You said my name pretty correctly. That's rare. Rare.
I wanted to nail it.
Had to practice it?
I was a little bit on the way down.
A little due diligence before you came out?
Yeah.
That's cool. Thanks for talking, man. Thanks for coming in.
No problem, man. Thanks for taking the time. So how is the tour going? You're out here on a little solo run?
It's just awesome. I mean, tonight we're in Wilmington, last night we're in Baltimore. We're just driving all over. We're a little past halfway on the tour, and it's just been great. I'm having fun. The fans are having fun. We've been doing a VIP thing where people come and have dinner with me and listen to the new record, and that's been going really well. And just trying to mix it up every night, and people are suggesting songs online. I try to learn them because I do a part of the show where I take, people yell at me suggestions and I yell back at them, so it's awesome. It's fun.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
It's got to be a very unique and special way to interact with the fans at a show like this as opposed to a regular live outing with a full band and going electric. And
well, man, no matter how much you try, you can't really get intimate when you got 5 guys just blaring electric,
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really think that that's the right place for that. So I was thinking about this today, this is where I get to interact with people and really get into my songs and really just, show them for what they were, how they started. This is how the song started. And a lot of passion and a lot of self-effacing humor and a lot of banter back and forth and a lot of stories. I tell stories about the songs and about where I was or what's going on with me that relates to the song. It's never the same every night. I have a rough set list, but I never stick to it. I always add songs or change songs or whatever.
sometimes impromptu is the best way, though. It's the most fun.
That's me, man. I can't do it that straight,
Mm-hmm.
That would be boring to me. It'd probably be more professional looking, but I think it would be more boring. So I think it's going to be interesting tonight. We'll see. Hope you can stay and see the show.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just staying. I'm going to take some photos.
Awesome.
It's going to be a good time. I might even grab a bite to eat, I think.
The food's great.
Nice.
The food is great here. It's great. It's a great venue. That's a great old theater that they put a lot of money into.
There's a lot of posters around. You guys can't see it, but
Yeah.
it's great.
It's old school.
Yours will be up there by the end of the night?
I think mine is.
Is it up there already?
It's not up here, but it's.
It was out there, though. Definitely.
It's out there. For sure.
You mentioned just a moment ago how you're taking the songs back to their kind of original form,
Right.
which kind of answers my next question a little bit. But I was going to ask if it's difficult reworking these songs to play them, so bare bones acoustic. But it sounds like not really, because that's kind of the way you write them.
Not really. I mean, I'm used to playing with a band, and you're kind of like up here without a net. So I just strip songs down to their just most primal beginnings, I don't try to get fancy on the guitar work or anything. I just try to make it so that the song tells the story to music, And if you like my voice, it sounds like me singing it without the big guitars. And so far, I haven't seen anything negative anywhere. But of course, I'm not really looking for that either. But I think people are really enjoying it. I usually do a solo tour. This is the biggest one I've done so far with the most people coming out every night. It's been great. It's just been a lot of fun.
How has it been telling these stories? Has it been a real deep emotional experience for you? Telling some of the background behind some of these songs and, whether it's happy, sad, in between.
Sometimes it's a little sad or gets a little intense. But usually I see the intensity. I mean, when you're telling a story, you're talking about it, I don't get that connected to it. It's when I sing the songs. There's certain songs that people will request and they'll see and I'll be like, no, it just makes me cry. I can't do it. I just don't want to do that song. It just makes me too emotional that I can't perform the song well. I don't mind getting emotional. That doesn't bother me. I don't mind showing passion or even showing my heart on my sleeve. It's just I want to be able to communicate those feelings, and sometimes those feelings are so strong, so to communicate.
I got you. It makes sense though, because I sit and listen to music and sometimes get upset or cry or start laughing,
Right.
And I'm just sitting there taking it in. So I couldn't imagine being the one having to play it and convey it.
Well, and you're taking it in because you're a part of that story at that time. I have to, like when I do Father of Mine, it's a very personal song and it's a very intense song. When I do that song, I have to get in that mindset of that kid in that song every time, or I don't communicate it. It would be phoning it in, and it won't work with that song. People would see through it in a minute. I have to be totally focused. I have to be totally present, and it's draining. Doing this tour is very draining, and then I'm always, meeting people after the show, and I'm usually there for about an hour and a half. So it's a long night, but I feel like people are happy. Everyone seems happy when you see that many people in a merch line to just meet somebody. I think that's showing that the show is resonating. So that makes me feel good.
After this, you guys have a lot coming up with Everclear.
I do.
We have the new album that is due out. Black is the New Black. Is the title correct? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Didn't mess that up either.
There
It's
you
good.
go.
There it is.
Get it? Some things never change. That's kind of what it's about. It's kind of tongue in cheek. But no, Black is the New Black is looking like an April release now. I don't have a date yet, but it's getting closer to sometime in April rather than March. Right now we're telling people spring of 2015, but it's finished. I'm working on the artwork. It's definitely coming out in April or March for sure. So yeah, I'm excited. Our first single will go to radio at the top of the year. You can get a download of our first single at these shows, at the merch booth. We have little drop cards, with a link, and you can download the song. So it's pretty cool. And people have just been, it's just been prepping for this record and making this last record has been so much fun. I recorded it like about 40 minutes from here, and actually a little bit longer, about an hour, in York, Pennsylvania, at the band live at their studios. It's called Think Loud Studios. Beautiful complex, and they were gracious enough to let us be there and record a whole record and mix it and everything. And it took a better part of about 3 months, 4 months, but that's a lot of working.
Yeah.
It was over a period of a year, but we were in the studio that much. And it's just the biggest, heaviest rock record we've ever made. And it seems kind of dark, it's pretty heavy. The lyrics seem dark, but most of my lyrics seem dark, so I don't think there's that much of a change. I think there's more humor in them, more poking fun at myself in the lyrics, even though sometimes I'm talking about subject matter that's not easy to talk about.
You mentioned that it's gonna, it's heavy, it's loud, it's big. I think that's refreshing though, because this is your 9th studio album, correct?
Our 9th.
And, while fans love all the classic hits and all the great Everclear songs, they don't necessarily need more of the same. So a little bit of change up, let's go a little heavier this time, I think that's gonna be welcomed with open arms and ears.
I hope you're right. Our first 2 records were very heavy and all guitars, no keyboards, just kind of balls to the wall. And our 3rd record was pretty heavy too. And then we started going in different directions and stuff, and now we're coming full circle. So it's heavy again, but it's a little bit different because we've changed a lot over the last 20 years, and who hasn't? And I can't really describe it to people. It's just a rock and roll record. It's a heavy, hard, just unapologetic rock record.
Very nice, man.
Thanks.
Another announcement coming up for you guys in about a week is the Summerland tour, everybody's favorite musical gathering in the warmer months.
Everybody's favorite. Yeah, it is in the warmer months, isn't it? Yeah, mosquitoes. It's always funny when it's really hot. You're like, God, I can't wait till it cools off. And when it's cold, you're like, man, I can't wait till spring or summer comes. Grass is always greener.
Yep.
Well, the Summerland tour, this is going to be its 4th year. It's going to be, I can't say the bands. I'm going to make this announcement next week. Go to our Twitter, at Art Alexakis, at Everclear Band, or Everclear Facebook, or Art Alexakis Facebook, and you'll see when we're going to make the announcement. We'll make it on pledgemusic.com, which is where we're pre-selling the record right now. When that record comes out, it'll come out on an indie label out of Brooklyn, who's just an amazing label called The End Records. And I really think that this is going to be I don't know how it's going to do, but I gotta tell you, it's one of my favorite records. I can't get it out of my head. And I don't sit around listening to my own music. It's the last thing I do. That's probably why I forget words sometimes, because I just, especially the songs I don't play. A lot of these songs I'm playing on tour are not songs Everclear plays. Some of them are. And then there's some songs Everclear plays that I don't play here, like Heroin Girl. It's a real heavy song off Sparkle and Fade, our second album. And that's just, I'll do it when people request it. You'll see. You'll see it in the show. It's pretty fun. But yeah, we're very excited about the new record and about Summerland tour. We'll make an announcement on pledgemusic.com next week. And so I hope you guys check that out and come see us on tour in the summertime. There's going to be 3 other bands that had big hits in the 90s. That's what the Summerland tour is about. But they all play their hits, but they have to play new songs as well. That's part of the deal. So that's pretty cool. And also, when you buy a ticket to the Summerland tour, you get a download of the new record, and it'll have a bonus track on it that you can't get anywhere else. So that's pretty cool.
As if they didn't need any more incentives to come out. Now that's there's
More.
Just showering you guys with gifts, man.
Value. Live.
Thank you so much, my friend. I greatly appreciate you taking the time. Art Alexakis, ladies and gentlemen, of Everclear. Black is the New Black. Due out sometime in the spring, hopefully April, the new studio album from Everclear. But if you come out right now to one of Art's amazing solo shows, you get a free download card for the new single. You can get it now, like right now. Go to therockrevival.com. We have the tour dates posted there, and follow Art on Twitter as well as Everclear for all the latest news. And Summerland tour announcement next week. So stay tuned. We're out of here.
Bye-bye.